All right, guys, Rich here from the RC Network, and this is going to be an update to my Axial Yeti 2.0. This is the infamous not so RTR version of my Axial Yeti. So, of course, I picked up a couple of new parts, as all of us scale guys do, always trying to improve things and make things better. Picked up a couple of items here from T-Bone Racing. Now, of course, T-Bone's known for their famous bumpers and kind of bash-proof items that have a pretty much a lifetime warranty on these things. So pretty cool design and plastics that they use to keep us out there in the field and not have to worry about things breaking. So picked up a couple of things here, and towards the end of this video I'm going to show you guys these things installed on my 2.0 version. So right here, the biggest item, this is the Tbr Chassis Skid, and pretty cool little item here, and this actually goes from the very front kind of toe block at the very front and goes all the way underneath it. And I always had kind of concern of the underskid of the Axial Yeti and even the Yeti XL, making sure that everything is going to slide over things very decently. So this thing is going to be a nice little addition. So it does give you some instructions here, and also some probably some lengthened hardware to get this thing into your Axial Yeti. So this will be a nice little design to get you over some rocks and things. Maybe your U4 RC racing or whatever you're doing, this thing will be a good little addition. Now on the rear, this is actually to lighten some things up. I'm using a I forget the name of it, but it's a solid steel welded differential plate, and this is the TBR red version. So this is their rear differential skid plate. Kind of just bolts on the bottom of it and just protects that Vanquish axle that I have running on the rear. So this will be a nice thing. I picked up the red one. They also have it available in black. I kind of have a red theme here with those method rims, kind of the red here in the Raptor body. Last thing I did was I picked up, just kind of like on a whim, I picked up these RPM A-Skids. Now this goes on the underside of the RPM A-arms. They have ones for the stock arms as well, so be careful if you are ordering these things. These things just get bolted on the underside of it and give you just added bonus of not catching anything if you're going over rocks and whatnot. This thing will just slide right over using that nice plastic from T-Bone Racing. So, well, I'm going to get installing these things, and I'll be back here to show you how it looks. All right, I'm back now, and I went in and got everything installed from T-Bone Racing on my Axial Yeti. And I've got to say, I'm really in love with the plastic that T-Bone Racing uses. It's very kind of not pliable, but it's somewhat a little bit flexy, but I think it's going to just go straight over rocks and obstacles with no problem, and it's not going to catch on anything. And that was my point with adding these couple of items here from T-Bone Racing. Now I did add the RPM front A-arm skids, the full center skid right here, and also the differential skid for the rear. Picked this one up in red. I saw red, and that's kind of my theme here on my Axial Yeti 2.0 version. Now installing these items was pretty easy. They give you all the hardware that you need. You pretty much just have to unscrew the existing ones and screw in the new ones. So right here on the RPM A-arm skids, these are available in both the stock A-arm or the RPM A-arm option. So pretty much they just have little blocks that mount on the top side here. 3 screws go in and you're pretty much done. Now I did have to modify one of the pieces because I am running Proline Pro Spec shocks, so I had to clear a section of that upper piece right here. You can kind of see that piece with a lock nut. So anyways, that was done pretty easily, and now my Proline Pro Spec shock fits on there perfect. As far as the center skid, it does take 8 screws. They supply all the screws for you. They're a little bit longer because you're going through not only the existing chassis and whatever it's bolting into, but also this piece of T-Bone Racing plastic as well. So it gives it a nice skid all the way down. There's no issues now with wearing out pieces and parts and then having to replace a whole chassis. You can just replace this one piece here, which is nice. So 8 screws, 4 on the front differential, and then you have 2 right here in the center, and then 2 on the rear kind of adjustments for the trailing arms. So really nice item. Lastly, and I did have to refer back to the T-Bone website just to get orientation of some of the parts because there wasn't instructions included, so I had to kind of see one that was already installed to get my drift on where different pieces went and the orientation of them. So mostly for this rear skid, it comes with these two screws right here that bolt in from the bottom, but this piece actually doesn't bolt to any part of the rear differential. It actually bolts to this little kind of this J piece right here as I maneuver here. But you'll see this little J piece right here that gets bolted into either your stock differential, the AR60, or the AR60 version from Vanquish, which I have here. I'm not sure on the Curry if that'll work, so you have to check on that, maybe with T-Bone Racing. They do give you all the spacers, the hardware, everything to bolt that in, and everything is set and good on this thing. So really happy with this one. This one will probably be a great addition here. So, well guys, that is it. That is my parts from T-Bone Racing. I can't wait to see the performance and just the wear improvement on this Axial Yeti. It's been a really fun rig so far, and I can't wait to see what it'll do now. Well guys, that's it. If you have any comments or questions, please post them on down below, and as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now guys. Over and out.